it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take for Wednesday night, September the 17th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Hey, Nicholas Lee's a little impatient today. I was 1 minute late, but maybe I'm just building anticipation. But I'll take it as a compliment, Nicholas. I think, yeah, there you go. That's more like it. Thank you, Nicholas. I'll take it as a compliment that you were waiting to see me. Sorry for keep you waiting. Hey, everyone. I'm in a great mood. I hope you're in a great mood. We are going to break down the press conference that we heard from GM Patrick Allvin, president of hockey operations Jim Rutherford, and head coach Adam Foote. We are going to preview Canucks training camp, which starts tomorrow in Penticton. I'm going to quickly talk about my bowling, which is the worst I've bowled in my entire life. And we will leave a lot of time for your questions and your comments. So let's get going. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thanks for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be watching anyone else, doing anything else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three, but the fact that you are here with me, know how much I always appreciate you and how much I never, ever take you for granted. So this is how you can get involved tonight. You can subscribe to the channel, get active in the chat section, get notified of my videos every single day. You can like the video, like the fact that we're together, like the fact that we heard from Rutherford, Allvin, and Foote today, like the fact that Quinn Hughes is still a Vancouver Canuck. I'm just kidding. That can't change for another year, 2 years actually. Like the fact that Canucks training camp starts tomorrow, like the fact that we are continuing to build an awesome, positive community here, Canucks community here on YouTube. You can leave a donation like Swerve Irvin just did to get the donation train out of the station. Like the fact that I got a haircut too. You can gift a membership, buy your membership, upgrade your membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. The podcast numbers, surprisingly, are growing and growing very steadily. So very happy for that. I don't put any effort into my audio podcast, even less effort than I put into my video show, about the fact that you guys are listening on that platform. All you guys listening on the podcast right now, I'm very grateful to all of you as well. Before I get going, I got to recognize some generosity. Swerve Irvin, the Filipino stud muffin, starts us off with the $2 donation. Let's give him some love. I know his favorite drop is The Window. So Irvin says, happy belated birthday, Jacob. Thank you. That's the reason why I didn't stream last night, which I'll talk about in a second. So thank you very much for the donation. Swerve Irvin, the Filipino stud muffin. But we ain't done. I love how Dino's name is so similar to Dono. So Dino with the Dono. Dino also dropped $14 on Canucks After Dark on Monday night, which is awesome. Dino, thank you. Your donations always slap. Hard. So thank you once again, Dino. I appreciate you. And now I look at the fictional leadership board. Let's give some love to Dino in the chat. Dino with the Dono. And right now, Swerve Irvin, there's a lot of points here because you've had actually 1.5 days to accumulate points. So Swerve Irvin has 2,200 points. Fangirl has 2,175. Dino now shoots up to third for 600. Then we got Elfrin with 350 and Simon, with 175. That is the top 5 right now. Really quickly, I set up the stream yesterday afternoon, and then Jacob texted around dinner time and said, hey, or just before dinner, and said, let's go to Matsuyama after bowling. So and I knew bowling was going to end at 10. We don't get to Matsu till 10:30. There's no way that I'm ordering, eating, and home in half an hour, considering the place is 15 minutes from my house. So that's when I made the decision to move yesterday's stream to today. So no family emergency, nothing wrong. In fact, it's the opposite. Family first. I always say family first. So I got to live it. If I preach it, I got to live it. So we went out for dinner with Jacob. It was great. Japanese food at Matsuyama. I actually got Matsuyama tonight as well, because there's a bunch of stuff that I didn't get to eat last night. So that was that. And then that was after my worst bowling. I was horrible. First time I bowled since August. It showed. I was the third worst bowler in the entire league last night, yet we still got 20 out of 50 points. Last week when I wasn't there, maybe I should leave all the time. They actually got 38 out of 50. So no, we got 22 yesterday. We got 22 out of 50. So we only lost 28 to 22 despite how bad I was. So after 2 weeks, we have 60 points out of a possible 100. So we are in the top 6 teams in the league right now. So hopefully I have a much better update for you next week. So that was yesterday, and then today, full day of work. And then it was the first night of our religious ed classes. You know, that's why I can't go to games now on Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Tuesday night's bowling, Wednesday night's my religious education classes. And we started off tonight. I did an assembly. I did a talk. I said they can call me Mr. Clay, Mr. Emo, or Mr. Nemo if they can't remember Emo. And yes, 140 children taking religious education classes at my home church. But that's enough about that. Let's get into the Canucks right after we highlight another dono from Dino. So thank you, Dino.
And he got it! Who do you think you are? I am.
Who do you think you are? I am exactly. I know who you are, Dino. You are very generous. So thank you. Let's give Dino some love in the chat. Can't cover Matsuyama in one session. For real, for real. Is that what that means? I love this, Janice. Why didn't you let them call you Canuck Clay? I should. Some of the parents know my YouTube channel. I don't expect any of the kids to know, because they shouldn't be on YouTube that early. But I know they are as well. So thank you, Janice. That is a great question. Okay, let me talk about the press conference. Then I'll get your impressions. Then let me talk about the. We'll look at the rosters, and then I'll give my impressions on training camp battles, which I've talked about many times. And then I'll give you a bunch of time for the second half of the show to give me your thoughts. So here we go. It was Patrick Alvin, it was Jim Rutherford, and it was Adam Foote. 10 o'clock, about a 45 to 50-minute press conference. Really, I think the first time we've heard management speak since July 1, right? When they did Demko, Besser, and Garland extensions. So, wait, maybe no, they didn't. They weren't at the Kane press conference, right? It was just Kane himself. Yeah, it was just Kane standing there in that nice blue and green plaid suit. So, I'm sure many of you have watched the entire presser. Many of you read highlights. Many of you seen clips. I'd say there's about 3 or 4 main points that came out of it. The first one, Jim Rutherford basically said, it goes without saying that they want to put last year behind them. He made a couple references to JT Miller, not by name, but in one particular case, he was basically saying you can't compare the team that ended last season in April to the one now. That's only 5 months. He said a better comparison is 12 months. September 24 training camp, September 25 training camp. And then if you look at that, then we have Marcus Pettersson. We have Elias Pettersson on D. We have Drew O'Connor. We have Evander Kane. We don't have Dakota Joshua, Pius Suter, Vincent Desharnais, Danton Heinen, Carson Soucy, just to name a few. Noah Juleson. And then we're going to have a lot, Archer Shilos, but then we're going to have a healthy Demko. So Rutherford kind of said that. Rutherford's main talking point, surprise, surprise, was about Quinn Hughes. Oh, Janice, that's awesome. You cheer for whoever you want. We are glad to see you here. So he addressed the elephant in the room. He basically said that the talk can be dizzying in this market. He said there's nothing we can do technically because Quinn can't even sign an extension for another year, unlike McDavid, who's in that situation right now. But I think he's basically, my gut feeling is he'll never admit this, but he's setting us up for disappointment. Not that he's setting us up. Sorry, not that he's admitting or thinking for sure, or that Quinn Hughes is not going to resign with us, but although he joked around, remember at the end of the season when he said, "Oh, maybe Hughes wants to play with his brothers." He basically said today that I didn't say anything that you guys didn't already know. And some of us might think Jim Rutherford talks too much. Some of us might think he's a little not simple because he's a smart guy. I'm not calling him simple, but a little simple in his approach. But I kind of like that I do like how transparent he is, and he tells you exactly what he's thinking. He doesn't tell you what you want to hear. He tells you the truth. So he said flat out, we're kind of stuck. We're in a weird place. So I can't remember the exact term he used, but he's basically saying, do you trade future draft picks, first rounders, second rounders, prospects to win now, to build a team that's going to win now, to try and convince Quinn Hughes to stay, yet he might still move. He might still want to leave because of the desire to play with his brothers, or maybe disagreement with coaching or management, or maybe doesn't see a long-term future. And you kind of equate it to Connor McDavid right now is the common thought isn't that Connor McDavid wants to see a winner this year only for 25-26. He's also saying, how sustainable is our future going to be? Because why would he sign for 5, 6, 7, 8 years if he's not sure what the future looks like? And does that mean Matthias Ekholm is going to start breaking down, and then their defense is going to suck and be overpaid? So with Nurse and Bouchard. So I'm throwing that out there as I think it's too simple to say Quinn Hughes is going to decide based on how good we are this year. I think he's going to look at the bigger picture, and Jim Rutherford kind of alluded to that as well. Adam Foote talked about how important it was to get Demko, Petey, and Hughes together as soon as Adam Foote was named as coach. It sounds like they met in Detroit because that's where Hughes is from. That's where Demko was staying, I think, with his new baby or something, or visiting. And then Petey flew here from Sweden, and they had a nice leadership summit. They did some golfing. Apparently Foote and Demko took $100 from Hughes and Petey that they haven't paid yet, which was kind of funny. But Foote talked about how important it was to get the leadership team together to set the stage, and then give them a voice right away, a voice that's hopefully going to speak into some of the issues, non-issues, make sure that there aren't any festering issues like last season. And then talked about how Petey came in and crushed all the fitness testing already, which shows that not only did he bulk up a little bit, as we've talked about ad nauseum, 13 pounds or 6 kilos, but it wasn't just that he put on muscle. It's that he's in much better shape this season. So that was interesting from Adam Foote, was about and he had also talked about play style. He didn't say that he didn't, there's a reference to Tocchet and how he's a Tocchet disciple, or how, he might be similar to Tocchet. He goes, look, I don't know what type, I can't say what type of team we're going to be, but we're going to be a team that can adapt to the other team. So whether that means playing offensive, defensive, playing big, playing small, I'm not sure what that means, but, so he didn't talk about a team identity. He talked more about being adaptable and being ready to match and take advantage of the teams that they play against. So that was kind of an interesting thought as well. And then for Patrick Allvin, I think the biggest takeaway for me from that was that they tried really hard to add a second line center, but he was on the phone every day, but he wasn't willing to overpay. He didn't like the prices. The players he asked about, their other teams were starting with first round draft pick or top prospect. And that was somewhere, especially the names were like Rossi and Roslovic, that's somewhere that the Canucks did not want to go, at least not at this juncture. So I'd say those are the 4 or 5, to me, main storylines and they talked about the Calder Cup as well, and how good that is for their organization. But yeah, the biggest storylines for me were acknowledgement that last year stunk. Let's move on. Acknowledgement that the Quinn Hughes story won't go away, but there's nothing we can do. Acknowledgement that PD is going to lead by example. Acknowledgement that the leadership group is going to be very important. Acknowledgement that they did try to find a second line center. A couple of other random things. They said they're closer to a practice facility announcement, so that's kind of cool. We'll have to wait to see what that is. And also, what was I going to say? Calder Cup, PD, Hughes. Shoot. I can't remember what I was going to say now. I guess it wasn't that important, but it was something that I thought was an important point. If it comes to me, it will come to me. So those were some of my impressions. I'd love to hear some of your impressions starting now. Hey, Jared, nice to see you. I might go back. I probably won't go back too much. So I'd rather hear from here. Did they talk about the Malhotra extension? Did they talk about? I must have missed that. But maybe they did, as an acknowledgement of how good the Abbotsford Canucks were. JT Miller is now captain of the Rangers. Initial thoughts? Also, what does that choice say about where the team is headed? Okay, so this is obviously, they want JT Miller to be a culture carrier. They want them to be more hard-nosed, hard to play against, whatever, hard leadership. We've seen how the kind of relationships he built here, not great. The kind of relationships he fostered here, not great. I'm not surprised at all. In fact, that was the rumor when they traded for him, that he could be the next captain. So I'm not surprised. And obviously, Chris Drury really wants a JT Miller kind of leadership. So it doesn't surprise me at all. Would he be my first choice? No, but I don't know the inner workings of that room, to be honest with you. Oh, Erwin, thank you for that. I put the wrong one. I clicked on the wrong thing. And Edmund, yes, I'm picking up the hockey cards tomorrow from Jason Lim. So I will get those to you. Thank you, Erwin. How people are like, what? We're giving away hockey cards again? It feels nice to be accepted in a live chat. Usually I get bullied because being French and Habs fan, and most people don't like French people, but this is a nice change. Well, Janice, we love French people. We love any type of people. We love Montreal Canadiens fans. We love any type of fans, except, no, I better not say anything. No, you are most welcome here. Glad you are here. I know Montreal is your favorite team, but we would happily accept it if the Vancouver Canucks were your second favorite team. Are you, Janice, do you live in the Lower Mainland? Do you live in BC? Do you live in Vancouver? Are you living in Montreal? Sorry if you said this already. I have a bad habit of not looking at any comments when I'm talking because I get distracted too easily. I have a very short attention span. So where do you live, Janice? And don't worry, we're not coming over to your house right now. Oh, they didn't mention Manny by name or bring up the extension. Thank you, Tyler. Thanks for taking care of me. They didn't talk about Manny extension, but it was a press release. Yes, I did a video on that yesterday. Thank you, Erwin. The fact that they're closer to a practice facility makes me happy, but renovation will be needed before the team can use it. Yes, we just don't know which arena it is, right? Yeah, nice to see some content creators here. Russell is here. I saw Doodle Hockey. Jacob was in here earlier. Not sure if he still is. Do you find Rutherford's comments on Penticton damning? Borderline. Like, he basically said he came in shape in the camp in shape this year, and he didn't last year. Like, that's what he said. And I guess that's honest, right? I don't think it's that bad. I think Petey's got to be man enough to accept it because the proof was in the pudding. It was obvious for all of us to see. It says a lot to me. They would rather pick a relative outsider as a center or as a captain versus someone who's been in the system for a while now. True, although they did draft him, but I hear what you're saying. Shannon, Robert, you guys still camping? Oh, you live in Montreal. Wow. So it is 2:20 in the morning. I'm not sure what kind of job or school you have, but I would never judge you about being up so late because that's my usual bedtime. So Janice, you are welcome here anytime. During the regular season, I will be streaming 5 nights a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I do not stream on Friday and Saturday, but that might change next week because of a couple plans I have. Don't forget, I go out of town on Saturday, the 27th. That will be my last stream for a week. And then don't forget, Hall of Fame and Legends, our one-on-one Zoom is this Sunday at 8:30. Do you think it would have been better if Rutherford didn't make those comments about Quinn and his brothers? I feel that should have been really between Quinn and management. Edmund, there is a line of thinking that he didn't have to say that. Let the media bring it up first, and then we can all blame the media. I'm not sure if Quinn Hughes was thrilled about it, but Rutherford would counter with, he didn't say anything that we weren't already thinking or already didn't know. There we go. Wasn't a real fan of Farhan's first question. Rutherford, feel like you're trying to stir the pot. Farhan Lalji is not afraid to stir the putt. Stir the putt. Yeah, he's always golfing. See, he's stirring the putt. Yeah, Farhan's not afraid to stir the pot. But Jim Rutherford, didn't have any time for his question. He goes, I don't even know what you're asking. So, and then Farhan kind of giggled and backtracked a little bit. Hey, Clay, when you go to a Canucks game and all that, I'm all that. What is one of your favorite hockey songs you'd like to hear at Rogers Arena? Okay, so they took away Mike Kenny, the live organist, after COVID, or maybe it's even before COVID. But the songs I like to hear at a hockey arena, like I do like hockey organ songs, and I have a whole YouTube video on songs you hear at a hockey arena. Check that out if you haven't seen that yet. But at a hockey game, I like R&B and rap, but they barely play that because that's more like basketball and football culture. Hockey, like Don't Stop Believing, I will sing. Living on a Prayer. Like this isn't really my type of music, but I will sing it. What else do I like? Sweet Caroline, I could do without, to be honest with you. Just trying to think of some of the songs. Our Goal song is okay, but I would love like MC Hammer, You Can't Touch This, or Young MC's Bust a Move, or Boyz II Men, Motown Philly. I just don't think Adrian knows all of those songs. Irvin knows all the songs I just mentioned, but Irwin does too, I think. But I'm not sure if you will ever hear those regularly at a Canucks game. Are we sad they didn't let Trevor Biggs ask a question at the premise? Was he there? And did he make a big deal about not? Did he say something about not asking a question? He was there representing Daily Hive. That's funny. Kayla, I put an envelope on your desk upstairs. I think management should get tips from Brian Burke to help get the brothers at the same time. Yeah, he did pull off the heist or the moves of the century there at that draft. That's true, Clay. Accepting failure, moving on from it is part of being a complete person. What we're talking about? Me? Am I counting exams? Oh no, we're talking about Elias Pettersson. Sorry. Yes. I have a soft spot for the Habs. They at least made the playoffs last year. They did. Janice's community is awesome. I agree. I agree with Sweaty Sarah Sue. Triple S. I'm Triple C. Clay's Canucks commentary. She is Triple S. Sweaty Sarah Sue. Clay is even doing a 24-hour live stream, which is super fun. Yeah. You know what? Ever since I set the date, like 2 or 3 things have come up that I really would want to do, or would generally go to if I wasn't doing a 24-hour live stream, including my goddaughter's 16th birthday. But priorities. And I'm happy to say that I've already started to line up. I've already have 1/4 of the guests confirmed and lined up, which I'm very excited about. Historically, Canucks have gotten brothers to play together. The court knows the Sedins. Yes. It's fun and tiring, that 24-hour live stream. Am I concerned about Foot's offensive systems? Not yet, Nicholas Lee. He's played with a lot of good players, Sakic and Forsberg. He has coached a lot of good players, and he's going to have a guy like his assistant coaches to handle a lot of that as well. So yes, of course, I understand that he's the head coach. He has the final say. But I think he's going to have guys like Brett McLean and especially Scott Young speaking into it. Scott Young, offensive player, right? So I hope maybe the Sedins can help with that a little bit as well. Great question. Yeah, they should have. Alfred was very impressive at the meetup for sure. Prediction for Goal Song, keeping it the same. I think they're going to keep it. Although now would be the time to change it, considering last season wasn't great, but I think they're going to keep it. At least I haven't heard anything. I would love it if the Canucks scored and you heard doom, 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 doom. You can't touch this, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. Would you accept an organist job at a hockey game? Yes. And there's actually a YouTube video of me. You know, I'm gonna pull it up and show it. There's actually a YouTube video of me playing the organ at Rogers Arena, because I got to play it before everyone was seated. Canuck Clay. Oh, I think it's on Twitter. Rogers Arena organ. Let's see if it's still online. Oh, it is. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check real quick. I'm just seeing if I actually have footage. Oh, what a bad video. I just talked about it for six minutes. I didn't even, the footage must be on X somewhere. I'm going to look for it real quick and maybe show it another time. Hold on. I know this isn't the best live stream, but it's my stream, so I can do whatever I want, I guess. Let me just look at my own profile and search it and see if I can Oregon. Okay, there's some pictures of me. Oh, here. No, 14 seconds, 14 seconds. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to waste your time. I will look for this another time, and then I will show it on the stream. If I heard, yeah, no, there's just a 15-second clip of me playing Justin Bieber's Sorry. So I think it might be on my Facebook. I'll find that for another time. But yes, to answer your question, Erwin, I would accept that job. Rock music fits hockey indeed. You give love a bad name. I do. Oh no, that's a song title. Yeah. Do you think Caulfield should make Team USA? Do you think Suzuki could make Team Canada? They're both good young players. Obviously, envious that you guys have them. I think Caulfield. I think he's a bit further away. I think Suzuki could be a bubble. I think Suzuki could be a 13th or 14th forward for Canada. I don't think Cole Caulfield will crack the top 13 or 14 for the US. Just my quick opinion. Courtney's only together for 24 games. I wasn't sure. Yeah. Oh, you know those songs, those R&B songs? Oh, Kyle said something. That's funny about Trevor Biggs. Would you want management to inquire about Dylan Dubé? No. Both from a baggage perspective, although they were cleared to play, and his production has dropped off quite a bit, right? But I don't know. I don't know if they'll actually go through it. Going to Jonas Brothers. Nice. Have fun. Hey, Harry, do you think Coots will be ready for training camp? I hope so. That's the way they talked, but we'll see if he's actually with any of the groups tomorrow. Yeah, good point. Good point. Multitasking, making thumbnail. Oh, good. Awesome. Adam Foote was incredible playing for Colorado. Yes, he was. Did you see Martin St. Louis comments? He said there's no time for shinny hockey and it's time to start for real. No, I did not see that. He sounds like he's not messing around. Yes, I've seen the new seats yet. I haven't sat in an event yet, but I've been to the arena a couple times and I have seen them, Michael. Where the streets have no name. I like that one. Bonus Jonas. Who's that? He's saying, watch out this year because we're not playing around. Ooh, I'm just kidding. What? Demi? Who's Demi? Demi Lovato? Or Demi someone else? My favorite Jonas. Oh, no, it's not Jonas Brothers. Nick Jonas sings Jealous, right? I like that song. In your honest opinion, will the training camp battle highlight strength and depth or more uncertainty about who can step up? No, I think maybe a mix of both. But Adrian, I think to spin it this way, a chance for one of the young players to really make a splash. Who's Bieber? Good question. Why are Canucks fans planning a hero's welcome for JT Quitter? He's literally screwed their team. And they're going to welcome him. Yeah, I know a lot of people are very excited for him to come back. Some people in this chat. Indeed. Who do you think will make a good first impression during training camp? DPD, Evander Kane. All eyes going to be on him. I hope Coots does something. I hope Tom Verlander does something. I have not seen the movie Weapons. I don't know about Camp Rock. What are you guys talking about? Oh, Locked On is here. I presume it's Kyle, but it might be Trevor. Welcome, guys. I like to see the content creators here. I like to see everyone here. Oh, Demi Moore. Did I say Demi Lovato? Oh, it is Demi Lovato. Demi Moore. Do you think Canucks team score would sell the Evander Kane jersey? I don't know. Will it be that much in demand? Good luck this season. You too, Locked On Canucks. Do they ever live stream? Not the train. They might do the scrimmage. They're charging enough for it. They might do the scrimmage. 2C Aturatu. You think he's already going to be the 2C this season? If Miller goes on to win a cup in New York, will be the worst trade in Canucks history. You know, Janine, I wouldn't even say that because we ended up getting decent players out of it. Basically, it turned into Marcus Pettersson and Victor Mancini. And Drew O'Connor. That's basically what it turned into. I don't think we have to worry because I don't think the Rangers are going to be close to winning a Stanley Cup. But I think there's been some other bad trades like the Cam Neely one. Captain Quitter. He's 32 and he's regressing. There we go, Cam Neely. How many games? Janice knows her stuff. How many games will Hito play? Over, under 55? I'm hoping for 60 at least. Even that's not great. That's only 3/4, but I'm hoping for good health for him. Camp Rock 3 is filming in Barnett Park. What? How was Jacob Selly? It was fine. We bowled. So he went out with his girlfriend Michelle during the day. Then we bowled, and then we went to Matsuyama, and therefore I couldn't stream. No, I talked about it briefly at the start. It was good. Pretty simple, but it was good. $40 to see training camp isn't bad. Some people are complaining about it. It seems expensive. You can go visit the set and look. Why would I want to do that? Oh, you're talking to Adrian, not me. Erickson, but that wasn't a trade. That was a free agent signing. Okay, I'm going to do my Mitchell sponsor read. Then I'm going to go over the training camp schedule and the rosters. Had a really good run of questions and comments there. So let's get going. I always start off by thanking my primary sponsor. That's Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Thank you to my secondary sponsors, GassyJackArt.com. Gassy Jack Art. Jack is the creator of this wonderful artwork that you see behind me. Check him out at GassyJackArt.com. Thank you to Mulligan Golf Company. You can check them out at MLGNGolf.com. Golf apparel and other goodies. And my supporting sponsor, Vessi Footwear, tinyurl.com/VessiClay, and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Thanks to everyone who's purchased Canuck Clay merch. You can do so at canuckclay.threadless.com. If you do that, it helps me out, and I'm very grateful for your support that way. My shows this week, my remaining show is tomorrow. Tomorrow night at 11 p.m., we will cover day 1 of Canucks training camp. Also, a mid-show reminder to all of you to subscribe, to leave a donation, like the video, gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. And revisiting the fictional leadership leaderboard. No change. Swerve and Irvin at top with 2275, Fangirl 2175, Dino in third, Skytrain Alfred in fourth, and Gerald now in fifth. All right, let's get back to your hair was longer in that picture. What picture did I just show? My hair is always long. Always, yeah. When it's long, I get kicked out of public places, which isn't very, very affirming. Let's get to the Canucks training camp now, and then I'll continue answering your questions. So you can hold your questions for a couple of minutes, a few minutes, because I will not go back and read them. So you can just, yeah, you're just gonna have to ask them again. Training camps. Oh, by the way, this is kind of a show-offy thing, and who knows, they might see this, not like me showing off. And then, but I don't know how many, like it says Vancouver Canucks follows me, which is kind of cool. So they're only following 244 people, and this changes a lot of time. And a lot of people they follow are like hockey players, hockey organization like Kane, DeBrusque. Oh, I don't follow a lot of these guys. Other, staff members, other organizations. So you don't, like I said, media. So you don't see actual coaches. You don't see a lot of quote fans or Kevin Owens. That's funny. Fans or content creators that they follow. So I don't know if flex is the right way of saying it. That's kind of show-offy, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that that they unless they're following me to keep tabs on me, which isn't cool. But I'll take it for what it's worth. Training camp schedule. Okay, we don't have to go with like these dates, whatever. It starts tomorrow, doors open at 9. They all flew up there today. And 3 hours of skate time. They're probably going to do them up, split them up into groups. And then a similar schedule on Friday, except an hour longer skate time. Oh, thank you guys. You're very sweet. That is a big flex that the Canucks follow. Watch, they're going to unfollow me tomorrow because I said something now. It's a feather in the cap. They follow you. I like it. I like it. I'm not going to lie. That's why I showed off. Then the scrimmage is on Saturday. Saturday the 20th. And then, I can't watch that. I'll be working. And then Sunday, more skate times. This Sunday, they play that night, right? So I think it's a shorter skate time because some of them will have left to play. Pretty sure they're playing Seattle on Sunday. Yeah, I should know that, but I don't. But I'll know that in 5 seconds. I'm looking up on my Canucks app on the schedule. Yeah, Sunday the 21st, they play in Seattle. And then they come home to host Calgary, but that's the one in Abbotsford, right? And then home against Seattle on Friday night, the 26th, and then away in Edmonton, and then away in Calgary, and then home to Edmonton. Yeah, only two home preseason game at Rogers Arena, if I'm not mistaken. So there we go. That's the training camp schedule. And then we can go. There's Kiefer Sherwood. He looks like my cousin Dusty. For anyone who knows my cousin Dusty, I'm not just saying that. I'm not saying that all half Japanese, half Caucasian guys look the same, but he does look similar. There's the three guys that we talked about. There they are getting off the plane in Penticton. Look at them all looking so handsome. All right. So here is the roster, the training camp roster. I thought they had a bunch of pictures. Oh, they do. Forwards. So there's no surprise here because you have all the guys that you think are going to make the team and a bunch of guys that won't make the team in their developmental system. So I don't know if any of these guys are free agents. I haven't checked off every single name, but you got a lot of young guys, Klimovich, Baines, Mueller, although he got hurt, Sasson, Bloom, Coots, Amon, Carlson. So a lot of younger players. And then there's a guy like Kratsov who I'm really interested to see how he does. And then you have your regular guys. So there's no need to go through all these names. You guys can look this up yourself. Defense a lot smaller, obviously. I don't even know what Joe Arnson is. Jet Wu apparently got hurt. He had surgery, so they put him there, but he won't be there. Interested to see what Pierre-Olivier Joseph does. Who's Zach Sandu? And then Jaden Lee, that's cool. Saraminio, someone I'm interested in. Kudryavtsev, and then Tom Verlander, obviously. And then goaltenders. Oh, here's one. They called Patrick Alvin said that he thinks the Canucks goalie pipeline might be the best in the entire league. So after Demko and Lankinen, those are your NHL guys. Then it's likely going to be Tolopio, Young, and Patera in Abbotsford. So that's pretty good. And then you have Koskenvu and Medvedev, also eventually going to be Vancouver Canucks goaltender. So I'd agree that is a position of strength for sure. And I'm not going to rehash everything, but I will say this. I think there's a battle for the 12th and final forward spot. I think PD, DeBrusk, Besser, Kane, Hedel, Garland, Sherwood, Ratu, Hoglander, O'Connor, and Bluger. That was 11. I think those are your locks. This is barring injury, of course. So then, depending if they take one or two extra forwards, you're looking at only 2 or 3 spots left and only one in the top 12. So that's going to be a battle, I think, between Baines, Lekkerimäki, Sasson, Amon, Kratsov, Carlson. So I'd say there's 6 guys realistically battling for that 12th spot in the 2 extra spots. On D, I think you can lock in your top 6 of Hughes, Hronik, Marcus Pettersson, Myers, Elias Pettersson, and Derek Forbert. I think P.O. Joseph is number 7. So then the Canucks carry an 8th. I think that's going to be Mancini. I really do, because there's no need. There's no rush. There's no need to have Verlander rush. If he has an awesome training camp and preseason, then great. But there's no rush for Tom Verlander as much as you want to see him. And the goaltenders, it goes without saying, is Demko and Lankinen. One last thing I'll say, and then I'll throw it back to all of you, is I've heard some people say, including Frankie Corrado, who is on Sakaris and Price, that the line combinations and deep pairings we see tomorrow, day 1 of training camp, it doesn't mean that for sure that's your starting combination on when the season starts, but it does have some weight for sure. So I think even though they're going to say, oh, PD's going to have a chance to play with everyone, DeBrusk, Kane, and Hoglander, I think who PD takes his first line rushes with tomorrow is going to tell you what the Canucks coaching staff is thinking at least could be the strongest possibility to start the season. Because you don't have time to waste in training. It's only 3 days. You guys see it, right? That fourth day is basically a wash. So it's basically only 3 days, and then they start playing preseason games. So is it going to be DeBrusk or Kane on PD's left wing? That's going to be fascinating for me to find out. Another one is going to be who's going to be the bottom D pairing. Is it Forbort left, Pettersson right? Is it Pettersson on the left, Forbort on the right? Or does P.O. Joseph get in there as well as the veteran ahead of Elias Pettersson? I doubt it, but you never know. So those are some of the, whether you call them battles or some of the combinations that I think at least I know I'm going to be very interested in. Okay, let's go. Mark Shankita is here. Nice to see you. Carol, nice to see you. Didn't think you're on tonight. Clay said you're doing it tonight. Yeah. Yesterday I emailed, texted, and posted that I was not doing it last night, doing it tonight. Zach Sandu is undrafted. That's good. Yeah, we let She Loves go because, we're going to lose into waivers anyways. You should bring Jacob on. I would, Japan, but he's not here right now. You mean my son, Jacob? Yeah, for sure. We'll get him on. We'll get him on eventually. We'll get him on. What match are you looking forward to at WrestlePalooza? Actually, the Io Sky Stephanie Vaquer one. That's the one I'm looking forward to, actually. It's probably getting the least hype out of everything. Carol, the legend, uses her monthly membership message.
3, 2, 1.
Legendary Carol Bovlander. Hi, Clay. Sorry I'm late. I just thought you weren't streaming tonight. I listened to a video about the Abbotsford coach. Sorry I'm late. No need to apologize. You can watch this late. You can watch this live. You don't have to be here on every stream. I did notify people as much as I could, and it's fine. It's fine. Don't apologize at all. Let's give Carol some love in the chat. Looking at those names, how confident are you in the Canucks' depth holding up if injuries hit early in the season? Defense, I think we're okay. We can go 7, 8, 9 deep. After that, it's a little bit tricky, but I'm excited to see Kudryavtsev and guys like that. Up front, depends who gets hurt. If PD DeBrusk, Bess, or Kane, Garland get hurt, God forbid, we're in trouble. If one of the bottom 6 gets hurt, a little bit more replaceable. Goaltenders, I don't want them to, but if one of them gets hurt, at least we have the other guy. Then after that, all bets are off. Plane Tracker is back. Check the app today, and the team took charter planes to Kelowna, close to Penticton. There's a lot of people going. Am I right? The team took both chartered team planes to Kelowna. Yeah, you saw the rosters. There's like 70 players on there or whatever. So, or maybe 60, 40 players. I wonder how many it actually is. Forwards, 6, 8, 12. Yeah, okay. Maybe closer to 45 players is more realistic. Lucky Maraki shouldn't be battling for a fourth line role. Yeah, that's fair. Play him in the top 6, right? If you're going to use them. Are you surprised there's no PTOs? No, not at all, because they really want some of these younger Abbotsford guys to battle. Yes, exactly. A lot of competition already. Internal competition. Who of the young guys do you think will make the roster this year? Keep in mind, they're not waiver safe anymore. Great point, Japan 4. Some guys are waiver exempt and some guys are waiver eligible. So the guys that need waivers to clear, to go down, are Neil Zaman, Linus Karlsson, Atu Ratu. So I don't think they're worried about Amon, but they could lose Karlsson or Ratu. So I do think, Japan 4, that Ratu is going to be your third line center. I think Karlsson gets the right wing spot on the fourth line. On D, DPD doesn't need waiver. DPD, what's the easy way to say this? Is waiver exempt. So that's a big help, but I don't think they want to set him down. Also, Kratsov is has to clear waivers. Archie Baines has to clear waivers. So those guys got to make the team out. I don't think they will. And then on D, Kudryavtsev, Mancini, Verlander, all are waiver exempt. So that's a good thing for the Canucks. So maybe it's Ratu and it's Carlson. Japan 4. Hey, Carol. Respectfully, I talked about this earlier in the stream, but it was nice. Thank you. Bowling and then Japanese food. It was great. Thank you for asking. If goal scoring is slow out of the gate, how quickly do you turn your depth or call-ups for a spark? Depends, how slow, definition of slow. I know people are worried about goal scoring. I'm not. I just think that the stronger defensive play, not only them pushing up the puck, but simply helping keep the puck out of our zone, I think it's going to lead to more scoring. I really, really do. Maybe I'm blind or being too naive, but I really think the improved defense can help our scoring. What's a hot take you have for training camp? How about this? Braden Coots makes the team out of training camp or out of preseason. Well, they technically could have him for 9 games and send him to junior. How about another hot take? Let's say, no, I don't want to wish anyone gets injured. I don't want to wish anyone curls up a ball like Oli Ulevi did after his bag skate. Let's say Tom Melander makes the team. Blows past Mancini and P.O. Joseph on the depth chart. Yeah, regarding games on TV, according to the Canucks website, the last game against the Oilers on October 3rd at home is on TV. The penultimate, the second to last game against the Flames on Wednesday the 1st is on TV, Sportsnet 650. When I go in order, the Kraken game on the 21st, not here. It's on Kong TV in the States, not King Kong. The Abbotsford game isn't, the one hosting the Flames. And then the one hosting the Kraken on Friday night, the 26th, is as well. So the last 4 look like are going to be on TV. Home against the Kraken, in Edmonton, in Calgary, home against Edmonton. How did JT Miller get labeled as a playoff performer? Well, he was good in the bubble. Wait, do we even have him in the bubble? Of course we had him in the bubble. And he was great. He was great in the Nashville and Edmonton series. He had a couple big goals for sure. Maybe that's why I don't know of his Tampa and New York success, to be honest with you. I'm not surprised that Kuznetsov hasn't signed yet, and I don't think the Canucks are going to go there. Which football game are you most interested between Thursday and Monday? Probably neither, because I don't know who's playing in any of them. He was part of the all-time playoff upsets. Columbus sweeping Tampa. That's true. So preseason, in your opinion, I just want to know why to do a shootout just and all that for more entertainment. It's because they didn't like games ending in ties, but you don't want to run your players ragged in overtime. So that's why they went to a shootout format. Was he in the K? I did not know that. If Canucks has slow start, is JRPA on the hot seat? I don't know if Alvin will be. I think it's more JR. And I could see JR just throwing his hands up and walking away halfway through the season if things aren't going well. I really can. Game 5 winner versus Oilers. See, Janice is a admitted Habs fan, but she knows her stuff. That was awesome. Really like what Adam Foote had to say about how he came across. I agree. He's definitely a better speaker than Rick Tocchet is, for sure. That'll be great news. I can't remember what I said anymore, Adrian. 2 teams to sign. Oh, I did not know that. Ratu's stats are similar to Ryan Kessler. If Ratu can produce like Kessler, wow, I did not know. You obviously you're talking about not Kessler peak, but Kessler at Ratu's age now. That's pretty good. There we go. When Kessler was starting his NHL career. I'm sorry. Did I say she? I'm sorry, Janice. I'm sorry. Is that you in your profile picture? Thank you. My apologies. I shouldn't. It doesn't matter to me. But no, I shouldn't have made any presumptions. Wait, you're talking about you, right? No, I'll just keep digging my foot, digging my hole deeper and deeper. I'm the opposite. I think Alvin will be in the hot seat. That's fair. Totally fair. Our former player JT was named captain. Are you happy for him? Yeah, Natty, I've referenced this about 2 or 3 times during the show, but I didn't talk about my own feelings. Am I happy for him? I didn't mind him when he was here. He wasn't my favorite player. Like I liked him when he stood up for his teammates and when he was good. Some of the things I heard, or whether they're true, I guess it makes a big difference if they're true or not. But so he wasn't my favorite player. I never bought his jersey. Are you happy for him? Yeah. I'm not like beaming over the moon, but how about this? I'm good for him. Like it doesn't. Am I happy for him? No, I wouldn't say I'm happy for him. But it's a good accomplishment. I'm not going to downplay it. Like I don't dislike him, but it wasn't like I was like when I heard the news, like awesome. I'm so happy for him. I didn't have that feeling for sure. Christmas is the hot seat time. That's fair. That's not me. It's a French UFC. Yeah, the guy does look ripped, but maybe you are too. Kessler's big year happened much in part because Malhotra was doing a lot of the heavy lifting defensively. Great point. Wait a minute. Am I remembering that Manny was the face-off coach in Vancouver for a period of time before going to coach in Toronto? Yeah, he was part of the coaching staff here for sure. If PA is somehow let go, would RJ be in contention? I could see that. Just as we thought that Malhotra might have a sniff at Rick Tocchet's job. Yeah, I could see RJ being in contention for sure. Homegrown, internal, knows the organization. I like JT, but his performance against the Kings last January soured my feelings a lot. Irvin, remind me. I'm not piling on. I'm asking you. What happened in that Kings game? Is that the one where he totally checked out? That's what I'm thinking as well, says Tyler. Does optioning an extension for Malhotra mean more long-term future story means more about long-term future staying in the organization? Well, it just means that Malhotra wasn't bitter about not getting the job, and maybe he feels like he'll become an even stronger candidate with 2 more good seasons under his belt. But yeah, it does speak to long-term stability for sure, which is great. Do I think Manny will be our next coach after Adam? Only if Foote is done after 3 years or 2 years. I don't see it. I hope not, because that means that we suck again. So I'm going to say no. 4-1 loss. Lazy. Gotcha. Makes sense. His attitude on ice doesn't fit well, getting angry and bossing the guys around. Yeah, not the most pleasant guy to be around for sure. Mind you, hearing that PD showed up last training camp unprepared soured my feelings too. That's true. Yeah. It's not about picking sides. It's not about absolving blame. It was just a bad situation all around. That's why I'm a big Garland guy. Okay, last 5 minutes. Here's my question to you. I'm even going to put it on a banner so then it pops up every time when I don't have a comment displayed. So this. What battle storyline are you most interested in for training camp? Actually, I'll scroll it across the bottom so you always see it. There we go. What battle storyline are you most interested in for training camp? So 5 minutes of this, and then I am done. Aside from PD's line mates, what are you most excited to see after day 1 of training camp? I want to see how Tom Verlander does against grown men, NHL type style play. I want to see what Braden Coots does. So I want to see, hopefully he's good enough to play. I want to see what Coots and Verlander do. NFL pool, I'm 1-1 in one, and I'm 0-2 in the other. Is there a generational disconnect with old school fire and brimstone leadership like JT's and new younger players? I think it's changing. Adam Foote definitely referenced that today, hinted at it. So yeah, I think you're going to hear more going forward about leadership groups and younger captains, insulating younger captains with a leadership group as opposed to a JT Miller type, but we'll see. It might work out very well in the Rangers. So Fangirl is interested in seeing who PD's wingers will be. Love it. Erwin says, I want to see Kane lay out Miller at the New York versus Vancouver game. Love that too. What else, you guys? What are you interested in for training camp? Seeing how Coots plays, if he's not too hurt, and who will be PD with PD, and just overall how we looking. Great, Tyler. Those are good ones. Thank you. Seeing PD back in form or looking more like his old self. Demko healthy, Hito healthy, Kane having chemistry with PD. Love it, Tyler. Very good. I'm interested in seeing if DPD is the real deal. Well, 28 games last year told me he was, but that's fair. That's fair, right? They didn't even send him down to, it's weird. They didn't send him down to Abbotsford to help out with the Calder Cup. You think he'd be a great help, yet they put him in the prospect showcase. He played well last season, but consistency is king. I agree with that. Who's my quarterback in fantasy football? On one team, I have Baker Mayfield, and I'm just trying to think of who his backup is. Yeah, on one team, on the team where I'm 1-1, actually, I have Baker Mayfield, and I have Caleb Williams on the Bears, who's very, very young. My other team, which I'm 0-2, I have Ken Williams as my backup. I have Jaden Daniels as my QB. So my QBs have been okay. They haven't been great, but they haven't been the reason why I've been losing. I want to see a strong Demko and not having him have so much workload this season. Yep. I'm hoping that PD looks good and Coots is awesome. Awesome. Why should you avoid farting in an Apple store? Because they don't have windows. Very good, Swervin Irvin. Jays will make the playoffs. Awesome. I want to see the team hot out of the gate the season and surprise the whole league and media that has the Canucks Super Bowl. I'm with you. Swervin Irvin, that joke was pretty good. That was pretty good. And then Adrian says, looking forward to seeing the special teams. Yeah, that's something I barely talked about, was power play and penalty kill. Maybe that will come up tomorrow, although I'm not sure if they will do special teams work tomorrow. Fangirl, I would have loved to draft Jalen Hurts if he was there when I had a chance to draft him. Go 8-2 to start the season, or even better 8-0. Yes. At Penticton, see the players at Denny's. You saw the players in Denny's? That's cool. That's cool. Who's our 2C going to be? Right now, they have penciled Philip Hedl to be your 2C Japan 4. All right, friends, it is midnight. Time for me to wrap up. But the good thing is you will see me in another 23 hours. So I will be doing my next show Thursday night, tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Line Change, legendary Carol Bovelander, legendary Brian Blingy Choi, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thanks for your support, and thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On your way out, like the video, subscribe. You can leave a late donation. Thanks to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Gassy Jack Art, and Mulligan Golf Company. And thanks to everyone who went above and beyond tonight. That was Swervin Irving getting the donation train going, Dino with the big dono, Dino with another dono, and Carol using her monthly membership message. Thanks to all of you. Add it all up, and the winner of the fictional leaderboard tonight is Swervin Irvin with 2275, finishes 25 points ahead of Fangirl, which these are some of the biggest point totals I've seen in a while because of the day and a half. Dino in third, Alfred in fourth, and Gerald in fifth. Thanks to all of you for playing along. Okay, friends, you guys are awesome. I'm awesome. We are all awesome. Swervin says, post the link right now. Are you talking about someone else? What link? What link? What link? Post the link right now for me and Fangirl. You must be talking about someone else, right? I don't know anything about what you're talking about. I think. But friends, we ain't done. Tyler, this is huge donation. You choose. Oh, I haven't posted the link out yet. Tyler, you get to choose what dono drop you get. Type it in. Is it the Pete Weber? Is it the tortilla slap? Is it the window? Is it the water bottle? Is it the save? Is it the couch near breaking my leg? Is it the gritty? Is it the thumbs up? Is it the noodle, or is it the dance? Great save, emo. This is for the line change. Thank you, Tyler. Becoming of a legend $28 donation to end off the stream. Let's give Tyler some much deserved love in the chat. Thank you, Tyler. That is huge. And I hope you're surviving without your lovely wife. I know she's halfway across the world. I hope you're doing okay. I'm not sure if you're going to tell her that you just gave me $28, but thank you. That could be money that you could be spending on dinner because she's not home right now. But Tyler says, I don't care about dinner. I'm going to donate another $14. So Tyler, your choice, man. What dono drop do you want? What dono drop? Oh, you're doing fine now. That's good. No wonder you're donating. What dono drop do you want, Tyler? Whatever you want. Meanwhile, Natty says, would you be worried about a 4-0-4 start? No, that's 12 points. I'll take 12 points in 8 games. That's awesome. That's 4 games over 500, technically. I would take that. Surprise me. All right. This is for Tyler's second big donation. I think this drop is a little bit underrated. You know, I'm in a good mood. I don't think YouTube, like, I don't make enough. So firstly, let's give some love to Tyler in the chat. So Tyler, with those 2 late donations, you've earned something for the group. So I always say that when I play my parody songs, I worry about demonetization. But no, what generally will happen is they can't take away the donations that you've given me, like that Dino's given me, that Swerver's given me, and that Tyler's given me. They can't take away those. What they would do is they won't allow, ad revenue from views. But these live streams, at least not during the off season, they don't generate any like ad money. It's more from your donations. So all to say, I'm going to take a risk. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this music video, then I'll come back and do my outro. But I want to show you where that that drop came from, where I'm jumping over the couch and I'm almost breaking my leg. So look for it in this video. This, my friends, is me and my good friend Ariel Tuliao. We got hired by a marketing company to do a commercial for Lazy Boy. So this is Iggy Azalea's song Fancy. This is our cover of it, but not just about the Canucks. It's a commercial for Lazy Boy, watching a Canucks game from a Lazy Boy. So just for you, yes, Adrian knows that Ariel is the GOAT. She is awesome, one of my good friends. So enjoy this, but I am going to come back right after this video. So you can even see me reacting. I'm going to take the chat off the screen just so you can enjoy this. Actually, you don't need me here. So enjoy this video. Me and Ariel, comfy.
First things first, I'm the realest. Drop this and let the lower men then feel it. And I won't tell you mind your business. You can sit down and we can watch some hockey physics. You should want a cool couch like this. Make you want to sit and chill just like this. Urban attitudes, young and hip. Sophisticated, modern, it's a comfort bliss. Watching the Canucks games, cheering on the boys. Screaming hockey fans sure make a lot of noise while I lounge and sit in my Lazy Boy. To live life comfortably is my choice. I'm so comfy, you already know, so relaxing. Shoes off, throw them on the floor. I'm so comfy, go Canucks go. I'm watching my team score and go. Now let's go, let's do this. I thought that you knew this. Don't have a Lazy Boy, now that is just foolish. From North Van to Richmond, Langley, Coquitlam, furniture garage, I can shop at no department. But sofa with lit, although recliner or chair. All perfect for watching the hockey game over there. Better get the sofa with lit, although recliner or chair. And when we're not sitting, you know we're gonna stand up and cheer. Now are you hazy, crazy? You better watch the Canucks in a lazy. It's the Lazy Boy. Put the name in bold. Lifestyle and comfort is the way to go. I'm so comfy, You already know, so relaxing. Shoes off, throw them on the floor. I'm so comfy. Go Canucks, go. I'm watching my team scoring goals.
Who that? Who that? The C-L-A-Y. Now do that, do that. I'm the C-L-A-Y. Who that? Who that? The C-L-A-Y. Now do that, do that. The C-L-A-Y. Who that? Who that? The C-L-A-Y.
There we go. Thank you for indulging me. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Did you guys enjoy that? I like some of your comments that I saw as we were watching that. I'm going to highlight a couple of them right now. Let's see what we got here. Clay so fancy. You already know. This is gold. How long did this take to film rehearse? You know what's crazy is Ariel and I, obviously she's not singing live and my keyboard's not plugged in there. By the way, did you guys see it in the second chorus when I almost broke my leg? That's where the drop comes from. So we obviously recorded the song at we used my brother's recording studio, and then we obviously lip syncing, but we actually didn't rehearse the blocking or anything. We went around with a cameraman, and it was our ideas. That was Ariel and me, all our ideas to run across the couches, to jump, to do 360s. That one continuous shot, the second verse where we walked around the entire store, that was my favorite shot of the whole video, which is kind of, that was in one take. So we were actually remarkably efficient. Now, Ariel had the hard part. She had to lip sync the song. I was just dancing around like an idiot in the background. But no, we knocked it out in a couple hours. So we were very happy, and the client was very happy with the commercial. This is a bop, kicking off the shoes, some overtime, extra time, pointing the TV. Who are those people at the end? Some of the head honchos. One of them is Sean's boss now. So here's the inside scoop. The company that hired us to do that 10, 15 years ago, Sean now is one of the managers in that company, which is pretty cool. Gerald says epic. Carol says that was awesome. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Find the one that Oregon. Yeah. The C-L-A-Y. It's so bad. Who that? Who that? I'm the C-L-A. It's so bad. It's so bad. Music video covers all in one take. What year was that? I can pull it up one more time. It was Canuck Clay. Thanks, you guys, for indulging me. I appreciate that. 10 years ago, we should just watch my music videos all night. No, we won't. I wouldn't make you guys do that. Yeah. April 13th, 2015, exactly 10 years ago. Okay, I am going to wrap up now. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for indulging me. Please play this video at Sean and Cheska's wedding. We will see. I'll ask him. Maybe I'll play something else. I'll play some of Sean's videos. There's some good ones on my channel with Sean. So thanks, everyone. I know I did the whole outro except for the bad joke. So thanks, everyone. Thanks for the late donations, Tyler. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all you guys for sticking with me. And I hope to see you tomorrow night at 11 p.m. By the way, with those two big donations, Tyler jumps all the way up to third place. So Swerve and Irvin, then Fangirl, then Tyler. There's your top three for tonight. All right, friends. As always, stay safe. Stay healthy. Who dat? Who dat? You need to do dono cut with it. That's true. Who that? Who that? I'm the C-L-A-Y. That might be a good dono actually drop. We'll see. Okay, for real. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Did you know that your pupils, not your students, in your eyes, your pupils are the last part of your body to stop working when you pass away? Yes, the pupils are the last part of your body to stop working when you pass away. Because they dilate. They dilate. God bless. And go Canucks go. Booyah.